Cracking the Code of Trillions, a deep dive into large numbers. Hello, English learners. Welcome back to another exciting lesson. Today, we're going to venture into the world of really large numbers, specifically trillions. That's right, we're talking about one with 12 zeros. Let's start by understanding large numbers. English, like many languages, groups large numbers to make them easier to read and understand. Our base for this grouping system is 10, or multiples of 10, but things get a bit more interesting as we increase the number of zeros. 1,000 has 3 zeros, a million has 6, a billion has 9, and a trillion has 12 zeros. That's a pretty big number. Remember that each group contains 3 zeros more than the previous one. So, what does a trillion look like? In numbers, it's 1 trillion. Notice the commas separating every 3 digits? That's a standard way of presenting large numbers in English to aid in readability. So, 1 trillion is 1,000 billions, or a million millions. Isn't that fascinating? Saying large numbers can seem intimidating, but it's really quite straightforward once you understand the system. Here's how to say a trillion in English. 1 trillion. If you're dealing with a number like 2,500 billion, you would say it like this: 2,500 billion. You simply name each group of 3 zeros, from right to left, just like you would with hundreds, thousands, and so on. Remember to include and when you're transitioning from hundreds to tens in a grouping. Where do we use such large numbers? Well, they come up quite frequently when talking about the economy, national debt, or scientific calculations like distances in space. For example, the national debt of many countries is often in the trillions of dollars. And that's a wrap for today's lesson on trillions. You now know what a trillion looks like, how to say it in English, and where it might come up in conversation or reading. As always, practice makes perfect. So, try reading, writing, and speaking numbers in the trillions to get more comfortable with them. Remember, every big journey begins with a small step. See you in our next lesson.